I've been doing YouTube for about 2-3 years now, and I've had a lot of comments from people saying, wow, Luke, you are so expressive with your hands. You move them so much. You are just so swishy and camp and effeminate. And I don't know how to respond to that, because guys, that is just who I am. I am swishy. I am camp. I am effeminate. And you know what? That is who I am. I'm okay with it. And there's a scene in Boy Erased which tries to correct the posture of the characters to look more masculine, and I'm like, yeah, this stuff still exists in the real world, like people trying to condition people's behavior and body language to be more masculine. I'm just saying, guys, like, this is who I am, get used to it. Hey up guys, so today's film that I'm going to be discussing is the new film that's written and directed by Joel Edgerton and is based off the novel by Gerard Conley, and it's called Boy Erased. Boy Erased tells the story of a boy called Jared who's played in this film by Hedges. He's a college student, he's originally from Arkansas, and he's got conservative parents who are played by Crowe and Nicole Kidman. He goes to church every week where his pastor father gives the sermon. So yeah, he's been raised in a very old-fashioned conservative household, but this film is set in like modern day USA. But Jared is hiding a secret, which is that he thinks he might be gay. But he's going through that transitional period through adolescence where he's trying to figure himself out, and he doesn't want to put a label on it. So when he tells his parents that he thinks he might be gay, they have a less than enthusiastic reaction to the news, and then they send him off to this gay conversion therapy organization called Love in Action, which essentially believes that you can pray the gay away. But the organization's methods for fixing these people's afflictions soon comes to light that it's not as loving or as scientifically proven as it alludes to be. Boy Erased is one of those films which a lot of people would classify as an important film because it shines a light on an ethically warped practice which is still legal in 36 states in America. I really wanted to see Boy Erased because as a gay man, this film's content really spoke to me because I was raised in a religious upbringing, and it's a film that is very important in that sense because it addresses that issue of people coming to terms with sexuality and the clash between religious ideology and sexual orientation constantly at odds with each other. And it's addressing something that so many people struggle with. But I had a mixed reaction watching Boy Erased. There are parts of it which I thought were very effective, but I just thought this film lacked overall consistency. Let's talk about the performances. Hedges gives a very gentle but impressive performance as Jared. You can really see the internal struggle and conflict going on behind what he's showing on the surface. It's very easy to lash out in a performance like this, like to be very melodramatic, especially when you're dealing with a character that's going through such a sexual awakening. But I love that Hedges decided to show it more subtly and with a sense of calm reservation, and I really like that. So yeah, he's fantastic here. Nicole Kidman, she's not in this that much, but all she needs is a few moments in a scene and she just floors you. She is one of the highlights for me, and she doesn't even have that much to do here. That's one of my issues with this film, is that there's not enough of Nicole Kidman or Crowe. I would have liked a little bit more. And then there's the characters who are portrayed by Xavier Dolan and Troye Savon, who are both gay in real life and have been featured quite a lot in the marketing and promotion of this film. But my problem with their characters was I didn't know what the point of them was. Like, they are in gay conversion therapy along with Jared, but they don't do anything to affect the story in any way. And to me, it just felt like they were a bit half-baked. Like, there should have been more to them. I wanted more from them, but they just didn't really get the opportunity to rise and be fully cooked characters, and because they're both very talented people, I kind of felt shortchanged with them. And then there's Joel Edgerton, who plays the Love in Action organization leader called Victor Sykes, and he's the one who's preaching to the boys about their sinful behavior, and he becomes a literal Bible basher. So the performances aren't in any way badly acted, but many of the characters don't feel explored enough. Plus, there's plot points in this film which just go absolutely nowhere. Like, there's a scene where Jared goes to the bathroom and he shares this really awkward encounter with one of the staff members who just calls him a faggot. And I thought this scene was going to build towards something or have some sort of point, but it just goes absolutely nowhere. What is the function of this character or plot arc? It's all very higgledy-piggledy. It is Jared's story, but Joel Edgerton's script does meander its focus to many of the supporting characters who you do want to know more about their backstory and given some more depth, but he never really goes to any depth. In the end, guys, I still think Boy Erased gets its message across without demonizing the organization in an over-the-top fashion. It's actually quite balanced in terms of its contrasting social and religious opinions. But I was expecting to cry in this film because of the personal connection I would have had to the story, but the tears never came. There are parts of it which are moving, particularly in a scene towards the end of the film between Jared and his dad. Probably my favourite scene of the film, actually. But again, I just never got to the point where the emotions really crescendoed for me. I didn't feel overwhelmed with sadness. It just doesn't feel like the film hit all the right emotional notes. Just looking at the poster for this film and the title, Boy Erased, it implies it's supposed to be a weepy film, but no tears for me. Anyway, the time has come for me to ask the 3 questions. Would I watch this again? Boy Erased is one of those films where I'm glad I've seen it and I could watch it again, but I'm not in any immediate rush to watch it again. Question number 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Yes, I would say it's certainly a film worth checking out, even if it's not thoroughly consistent in its execution. And what score am I going to give it out of 10? I'm going to give Boy Erased a score of 6 out of 10. There we go, guys. That is my review of Boy Erased. But remember, this is just one bloke's opinion. I would love to know yours. What did you guys think of Boy Erased? Particularly anybody within the LGBTQ community. Did you have an emotional resonance to this film? Did this film make you cry? Please, I would love to know if this film hit you harder than it did me. Whatever you think, be sure to let me know in that comment section below. If you guys do like my channel and you want to help me out, you can either hit the thumbs up button or you can hit subscribe if you like. And if you guys do want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can find all that information in that description link below. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.